And we'll make a start. So we're just going to do an all-round practice. We're going to keep it a little bit strong, though, as well. And as always, listen to your body. If there's any pains or aches, then just come out of a pose if it's uncomfortable. And feel free to reduce the intensity. I'm just going to press on my screen so I can see it. Brilliant. So we're going to start off. We're going to do a little bit of abs as well, but we're going to start off by coming onto our backs in our usual position. So you can have the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide, or you can just have the feet flat like so. So just whatever's comfortable today. Coming into the breath gently and just sigh out the first few exhales. Just really bringing yourself into the moment, into the practice. And as you breathe in, just feel the space in the ribs. Feel that expansion as they press into the hands. And just coming back to your normal nasal breathing, all the way in, all the way out. Just notice the feet on the mat. Bringing your attention towards the hips and the pelvis. Maybe taking a little rock from side to side. Just bringing your awareness into the body. Just noticing the natural shape of the spine. Moving towards the shoulders as they press into the mat. All the way towards the back of the head. And you could take that breath up to 5 or 6 if you like. It's your choice. We're going to take a couple more breaths. We're going to slowly bring the knees in towards each other. So you might want to use the hands. It's quite a nice hip opener. We're going to slowly draw each knee into the chest one by one. Just give yourself a nice little hug and a gentle rock from side to side. And we're going to slowly bring the feet to the mat. Take the arms to the side and we're going to inhale as we lift the hips up. So start to engage the glutes. We're going to focus on them a little bit too. And we're going to lower and lift. And starting to engage the inner thigh muscles. So we don't want the legs to be splaying out wide. So nice and strong. Lift on the inhale. Lower on the exhale. And let's keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice big lift on 1. Hold it here. Breathing in, breathing out. Going to take a deep inhale together. And exhale as we slowly lower down. Beautiful. And just drawing the knees into the chest. We're going to inhale, lift the forehead towards the knees. Exhale to lower. And again, engage in the core. And let's take 2 more. And slowly release. And we're going to take the hands to rest on the knees. And we're just going to take our big butterfly circles. So opening out the legs and the hips. So again, just taking these asanas as far as they work for you today. Coming back to center, let's take it the other way around. So you can make these circles as big or as small as you want. Just do what you need to do right now. So these are really nice, lovely counter poses to working at our desks. And we're going to move into our ab sequence. This should be really helpful, hopefully, for our posture and for our spine, creating that stability and strength. And slowly coming back to center. Squeezing the knees in, nice little hug, gentle rock from side to side. I'm going to slowly bring the feet to the mat, take the arms to the side, and we're going to come back into our bridge pose. And this time you can lift the leg up, but just make sure you keep that lift so you keep the integrity of the pose. And slowly release. And you can take the other leg in the air as well if you want. And slowly release, coming all the way back to the mat. We're going to take 3 deep breaths before we start into our ab sequence. So for that, we're just going to bring the legs up in the air, pressing the feet towards the ceiling. So you can take yourself there now. I'm going to flex the feet and point. And take a few rotations in both directions. And let's open the legs out wide. So we're just working into the groin and the thighs. And take a little rock. And we're slowly going to bring those legs back together. Take the arms to the side. And we're going to take the legs down. So we're going to do our leg raises. Now you can take these however you want. You can take a few out to the side if you want to work into the side of the abs as well. So nice and slow, nice and controlled. So maybe aim for about 10. You can do fewer than 10 if you want. And when you're ready, just drawing the knees into the chest. And you can just bring the feet flat on the mat. And just take a few breaths before we move into the next exercise. So for the next exercise, I want you to take the hand either side of the head. We're going to slowly lift the chest off the mat. And we're going to bring that right knee in as the left leg comes out and switch. So just keep working with the breath. It's easy to hold your breath in these sorts of poses. I know I do that sometimes. So again, we can aim between 5 or so on each side. You can take a few more if you want. Just take one more on each side if you're still going. And slowly release. Just bring the feet to the mat and we'll rest for a few moments. So for me, that one's a bit stronger. So for the next exercise, we're going to meet in our boat pose. So let's just take ourselves there in a couple of breaths. So you can rock up and down, whatever's safe and comfortable for you. So just to talk you through this one, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to come from high boat to low boat. So you can do it straightforward like this, or you can take a little bit of a variation if you want to go out to the side. And then we're going to bring the legs together. You can cross them to come all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms up. Back bend is optional. And then we're going to sweep into our chair pose. Hold it here for a few moments. And then slowly coming all the way back to the mat. And going again. So just take that in a way that suits you. You might decide to hold things for a few moments. That's entirely your choice. So when you're ready, just bring yourself into your boat pose. Check that your spine is nice and strong. You're not lumping into it or jumping into it rather. And we're going to go from low boat to high boat. Maybe for about 3 or 4 if you want. Or you can do 5. And then we're going to come all the way up. Bring your back bend if you want to. Sweeping into your chair pose. Check your alignment here. Check your feet. Nice and strong. You can go a little deeper. And when you're ready, slowly lower it all the way down. You could take a couple of breaths before you go again. So I think I might just do 5 from low to high. Cross the legs, coming all the way up through Hastasana. Back bend is optional. And then sweeping into chair pose. Keeping those thighs nice and strong. Coming all the way down. Back into your boat pose. And let's go again. We're going to do one more after this third round. So I'm just coming down for my final go. And then when you're ready, come all the way down onto the mat. And just bring the arms out wide. We're going to rest here for a few moments before we move into our twists. So we're going to bring the arms out wide, press the feet into the mat. We're going to lift the hips up, shift them over towards the left slightly as we rock the knees over to the right. So remember, you can take the hand to bring a little bit deep of depth into that twist. It's your choice. drawing that left shoulder towards the mat. So just feel that breath all the way through that left side body. So we're not forcing that breath, we're just letting it gently find us. And when you're ready, I'm going to slowly lift up on the inhale. So just take your time. Just sit with this feeling for a couple of breaths. Notice how it feels. And bring the arms out wide. Lift those hips up towards the right as we twist over to the left. And we're breathing into that right side body this time. So just be aware of any differences on this side. And that's totally normal. And when you're ready, just take in a couple more breaths. We're going to slowly lift up back to center. And again, just sit with that feeling. And when you're ready, I want you to meet me in our tabletop position. So just get there in a safe way. It's your choice. So hands spread out nice and wide, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We're going to take our cat-cow breaths. So as you inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis towards the mat, draw the belly down, shoulders in, and the gaze goes up. So working into the neck as well. And let's reverse that motion as we exhale. We're going to draw the pelvis towards the sky, round the blades, take the gaze down. Just flow through a few more in your own breath. And just notice that nice fluid movement in the spine. So just take a couple more and bring yourself back to your neutral spine. And when you're ready, I want you to just keep the hands nicely pressed into the mat. We're going to work into the glutes for a moment. So I want you to lift that right leg up. Lift that foot almost as if you're trying to hold something with that right foot. And then we're going to lower and lift. So try and keep the pelvis and the hips nice and neutral. So we're letting the glutes do the work. So you can tap the right buttocks if that helps motivate you and fire up those abs. I'm going to keep going. Try to keep the body nice and straight, nice and stable for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And let's go straight to the left side. So we're going to lift that left leg up, bending that left knee. And we're going to lift and lower, just engage in the glutes. So check your alignment here. Keeping the pelvis nice and neutral. So really letting that left glute do the work, the left glute muscles. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And we're going to slowly come back into child's pose. So just take a few breaths here. And we're going to slowly come back up. And this time I want you to bring the forearms onto the mat. Take hold of opposite elbows. Check you're roughly shoulder distance apart. Bring the hands to the top of the mat and clasp them together like so. Tuck the toes under, and we're going to lift up into our dolphin dog. Now you can stay here, or you can kiss the mat and come into your dolphin push-ups. Lift and lower. So check your alignment. Do the version that suits you. So you can come all the way down towards your dolphin plank, lift up to dog and down. So this is a really strong pose for the shoulders and the upper body. So just take it in a way that suits you. Keep breathing. We'll do one more. And when you're ready, just drop the knees. Bring yourself back into your child's pose for a few breaths. So take a few more moments and we're going to meet back in tabletop and we're going to do one more exercise here. So come back into your tabletop, tuck the toes under, lift the the knees off just a couple of inches. I want you to shift the buttocks towards the right. So you're coming on the edge of the foot and we're going to lift that left arm up, take that right leg out. I'm going to bring the bum towards that left foot and then lift and elbow to knee. So just watch me for the first couple if you need to. And then we're going to keep going for 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself back into your tabletop and rock it over to the other side. So knee to elbow, bum to foot, and up and down. So just do 3 or 4. Beautiful. And we're going to come back, rock it to the other side. We're going to do one more on each side. So remember, you don't have to take the bum all the way down if it's uncomfortable or there's any pain. And let's rock it to the other side. And slowly come back into your tabletop. Drop the knees and bring yourself into your child's pose again. So just use child's pose to have a rest. And just relax for a few moments. And when you're ready, I want you to meet me back in your forearm plank. One more exercise before we get up. So again, take hold of opposite elbows. You can bring the hands out flat like so, or you can join them together. And we're going to come out into plank pose, draw the heels away. Check your alignment here, because I have a tendency to lift my bum up when I'm in forearm plank. So engage the core. And you can take the right leg out and in, left out and in. Keeping the back and the pelvis nice and neutral. So you're letting the core and the legs do the work. And just do one more on each side if you want. Hold your plank for 3. Keep it nice and strong for 2. One more inhale. And exhale. Let's drop the knees. Come back into child's pose. Just for a few moments. And just breathing in through the body. And exhaling all the way out. And when you're ready, just take 2 more breaths here. And we're going to meet back in tabletop. And I want you to tuck the toes, lift the knees, come all the way up into downward facing dog. So let's pedal the feet, bend the knees, externally rotate the upper arms. So feel that space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, let's lift the heels. Exhale to lower. And again. Beautiful. So feel that breath in the back of the body as well. So nice and strong in the hips, in the pelvis and the lower back. If you want, you can lower the elbows, working into the triceps and lift. So you can take a few of those. And when you're ready, you're going to take a nice inhale together. Exhale, take the gaze between the hands, and we're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands. So we're coming into our ragdoll at the top of the mat. So you can shake the head, nod the head, swing it out from side to side, whatever you need. So just taking care of the legs and the spine. If there's any hamstring issues, tightness, for example, just slowly bending the knees and lifting up a little bit higher. A way to take hold of whatever you can. So it's the big toes, the shins, the thighs, the knees. Let's inhale as we lift the chest, straighten the arms. Exhale to fold. Just flow through a few. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly start coming all the way up. You can take the hands all the way up overhead, come onto the tiptoes if you want. Nice big stretch and release. And this time I want you to lift the arms up, take hold of the right wrist with the left hand, stretch it over to the left. So feel that stretch in that right side body. Let's come all the way up, switch and take it over to the right. Beautiful. Coming back to center and release. And just take a little shake all out and bring yourself into your Tadasana. So feet together or apart. Lift the toes, spread them out as we come back to the mat. A little bit of weight towards the heels. Nice neutral spine. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. Nice soft face. We're going to inhale to rise. Take the gaze up. Exhale. Let's fold forward from the hips. Taking it towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Let's step back into plank pose. Draw the heels away, nice and strong. Let's lower down through chaturanga, working into the triceps. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, you can lower the elbows if you want to work into the triceps. It's your choice. But try to keep that nice, strong position in our down dog. Let's take a deep inhale together. Exhale as you gaze between the hands. Step or walk feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. So come back into your Tadasana, check your alignment, check your position, breathing in, breathing out. Nice and strong, active fingers. Feel that length. We're going to inhale to rise. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank pose. Take a nice deep inhale, and let's lower down through Chaturanga. Open the heart, downward facing dog. So we're going to lift that right leg in the air, keep it nice and strong. And we're going to bend the knee and bring it to the nose. Hold it here. And we're going to take that knee to the right wrist, to the nose, to the left wrist, and up. Bringing it back into your three-legged dog. And we're going to bend the knee again to the nose and lift. We're going to bend the knee to the right elbow and lift. And finally, we're going to take it over to the left elbow. Nice twist, drop the right foot, lift that left arm all the way up. And from here, I want you to start lowering the bum to the mat. So coming all the way to the mat. We're going to take that right leg in, pressing it into that left thigh. Flex the left foot. Inhale as you lift that right arm. Nice, nice, beautiful stretch over to the left. We're going to inhale as we sweep that arm behind us. We're going to lift the hips up, coming into our baby wild thing. Just for a moment, let's lower it to the mat. I want you to bring that right leg to meet the left. Take the hands behind you, coming into your reverse plank. Drop the head back. Keep a nice strong lift. Let's inhale as we lift the chin towards the chest and slowly lower all the way to the mat. And from here, I want you to bring yourself back into your downward facing dog. You can take that right leg in the air again and flow through a three-legged vinyasa. Otherwise, you can just meet in downward facing dog. It's your choice. And from here, let's take 3 lion's breaths together. Let's take one more inhale. As you exhale, let's gaze between the hands, step, walk, or float, feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And we're going to inhale to rise all the way. Exhale to release. So just take a few moments. We're going to do the same sequence on the other side. So just come back into your Tadasana. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. We're going to inhale to rise, nice and tall. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back to plank, nice and strong as we lower down through Chaturanga. Open the heart, downward facing dog. Just take your time. One more inhale together. Exhale. And we're going to take that left leg in the air this time. And I want you to bring the left knee to the nose. Take it to the left wrist. Up, down, and up. Let's come back into your three-legged dog. From here, we're going to bring the knee to the nose and lift. We're going to bring the knee to the left elbow and lift. And we're going to take it all the way to the right. Take that left leg out, lift that right arm up. Keep that left shoulder nice and strong. And we're going to drop the bum. This time we're going to bring that left foot into the right thigh. Flex that right foot. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Let's stretch it over. And we're going to inhale as we float that left arm behind, coming into our baby welcome. Beautiful. And let's slowly drop it onto the mat again. I'm going to straighten the legs. Bring the hands behind you. Coming into our reverse plank. So breathe in with it. Taking care of the neck. Just let the head drop back naturally. We're going to lift the head on the inhale. Tuck the chin in. Slowly lower it down. And we're going to come back into our downward facing dog. You can stay here or you can lift that left leg up, coming into a three-legged vinyasa and meeting dog. And just take 3 lion's breaths here. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale as you gaze between the hands. Step, walk, or float, feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through her Hastasana. Exhale to release. So just shake it all out. Taking a few shoulder rolls in both directions. We're just going to do another couple of exercises. We're going to still work into the glutes. So what I want you to do is just press the feet into the mat. And this time we're going to have the right foot as the foot that stays on the mat. Slightly bend that right knee. Take that left leg and I want you to take it out to the side. Engage that right glute. So we're not locking out that right hip. You can lean forward with it like so. So we're just taking that left leg out. Okay. And this time I want you to take it behind you. So I want you to keep that pelvis nice and neutral. And I want you to take it in front of you so you can lift the chest up. Engage in that right glute. Bring the hands to heart center and I want you to pivot forward, coming all the way into your warrior 3. So lifting that left leg up, up, up. Taking the arms out in front of you or behind, it's your choice. Or falling out of it, as I am. And from here, I want you to slowly start bending that right knee. Bring yourself all the way to the mat, hands to the mat, drop that left foot, shoot that right leg back, coming into a 3-legged dog again. Option to flow through a 3-legged vinyasa. Let's meet in down dog. So we're just going to stay here for a couple more breaths. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands. Step, walk, or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. And release. And we're going to do that glute exercise on the other side. So this time it's that left foot that stays on the mat. Bend that left knee slightly. Let's take that right leg out to the side. Engage that left glute. So just give it a little tap. And we're going to take it behind. Take it in front. And this time I want you to come into warrior 3 with that left leg in the air. Right leg in the air, sorry. And when you're ready, let's start bending that left knee. Bringing the hands to the mat. Drop the right toes. 3-legged dog, left leg in the air. And you've got the option of flowing through a 3-legged vinyasa. And I want you to take 3 lovely lion's breaths here. Let's take one more inhale together. I want you to exhale as you gaze between the hands, step, walk, or float, feet to hands. So we're coming towards the end of the practice in a moment. Got about 4 minutes to go. Inhale to rise, exhale to release. And I want you to slowly bring the feet mat distance apart. Just take a couple of breaths as you bring the hands to heart center. And let's start slowly lowering down into our yogi squat. So take your time. I want you to work those thighs Work those legs as well. Beautiful. You can take a little stretch from side to side. You can have a little go at crow pose. So lifting the heels off, bringing the knees in towards the upper arms, and just having a little go at shifting the weight forward. And when you're ready, I want you to bring the bum all the way to the mat. Take the legs out in front of you, hands either side. Inhale as we come up into our Dandasana pose, so nice and tall in the upper body. Take one more inhale together. And exhale to release. I'm going to do one more pose, butterfly fold. So bring the feet towards each other, open them like a book. Inhales, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, come forward. Nice neutral spine. For one more inhale. Exhale to release. So just take a few moments here. Just let your body just relax into this pose. We're going to come into Shavasana in just a moment. Got about 3 minutes to go, I reckon. Going to take a nice inhale together. Exhale. I want you to slowly come up on the next inhale. Let's draw the knees in towards each other. And I want you to gently bring yourself into your final Shavasana. So just relax, create that space, let the feet roll out to the side, and just close down the eyes, and we'll stay here for a few moments. We're going to start deepening the breath. Let's slowly start wriggling the fingers and the toes. We're going to rotate the wrists and ankles in both directions. Just bringing yourself back into the room. Let's all take a nice big stretch. And just take any other little movements that you need. And I want you to meet me in a cross-legged position in just a few moments. And just keeping the eyes closed and the face soft. And you can bring the hands to rest gently on the knees. Let's slowly bring our hands to heart center. And we're going to end today's practice with 3 clearing breaths. And just remember, when you're struggling to get through something, if you're having a bad experience or a bad day, just take your memories back to some of the worst days that you thought you had. And just know that you made it through those, and you will make it through again. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in each and every one of you amazing people. You are strong, you are beautiful, and you have got this. Just bring the thumbs to the third eye. And I want to thank you for today's practice. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thanks, Shab.
Thanks a lot. I'll be in touch about the next class. It might be tomorrow or Thursday, just depends on.
I think I'm in the office the rest of the week, so.
Yeah, I should be in on Thursday, hopefully, but I'll let you guys know. Brilliant. Thanks.
Thank you.
See you later, everyone. Take care. Bye.